Sometimes when I sit back and really let it register, I did everything I said I would and said it first. I mean, the world's in denial, but they all know what I'm headed for. We about to feed these youngins to the metaverse. Meanwhile, I'm over here just trying to pen a verse, cause I'm done being extra with the extroverts. The label
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jay Gagan Show. This is a very special episode because we got the man, the myth, the legend, Gilbert Burns in the house. My guy, how we doing? Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm doing great,
Amazing. And we are here. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, 𝗪𝗠𝗧𝗎. Check them out online, on Twitter. 𝗪𝗠𝗧𝗎, thank you so much for putting on this incredible time and allowing us the opportunity to interview one of the baddest men on the planet, Gilbert. It's great to have you here, man. I was at your last fight, UFC 273 in Jacksonville, an absolute war against Khamzat Chimaev, man. After we're a month removed, man, how you feeling after that fight? It was an incredible performance by you.
Thank you. Yeah, feeling good. Still a little mad that I didn't get the win, but it was a great fight, and to be honest, for sure, most important thing for me competing, I want to win. That's the only option. But more than win, I want to create that moment. I want people to wow, I was in your fight. That was crazy. So at least one of these I had. I had that moment. But yeah, I'm doing good right now. Recovering, still back on training. A week after the 273, I had a guys fighting in Vegas that I went there to support. Vicente Luque, Angelusa. We have 3 guys fighting on this card right here. That's why I'm here. We got Michael Chandler, very good friend of mine, André Fialho, and Daniel Roberts. So that's why I came. He's still recovering, a lot of travel, but here to support my guys.
That's amazing, man. I actually, Ian Heinisch is one of my good buddies, so he took me to that fight. So I was sitting with Ian Heinisch, Michael Johnson, your teammates, and another one of your teammates, and they were actually surprised after the fight. We were all pretty confident that you won the fight. When they called Khamzat's name, I think it was close. It was 50-50. It was definitely a war. I mean, it was an incredible thing. I want to talk about you, really the bravery, because Khamzat coming up was someone that, no one was taking the fight. You were number 2. I think he was probably number 10 or not even ranked. You didn't have to take that fight. What inside of you made you want to accept that fight and take on that challenge?
A lot of things. The first thing that made me take the fight, first was the reason that I don't want to fight this guy. That was the first thing. I said, why not?
Yeah.
I fight him. That was the first thing. And the second thing, I respect the guy. I think he was very good. And why not? For sure my goal is to fight the best and become a champion. That's only clear 2 goals. Fight the best guys. Second, become a champion. First, become a champion and fight the best guys. And I was just if he's that good, I want to fight this guy, If he's that good, if he's really that monster that people say, so why not? And I took the risk. I ended up losing, but there's no bad feelings about it, I will do the same thing again. For sure, I'll win the fight next time, but I would change anything on that fight. I like to challenge myself, and if I take no one is in top 15, top 10 in the UFC. But our matchups, they're very favorable. But those matchups right now, I don't think will give me the energy to wake up and train. But this guy, whenever I wake up, I wasn't feeling like training. I was just man, that guy's going to come.
Yeah.
So I got to be ready. So I need that extra motivation nowadays. And that was another why. If I took an easier fight, I don't think it will fire up like that fight did,
Absolutely, man. And you said, you lost. You're a competitor. You want to win. I think you earned a lot of people's respect that night by accepting that fight. I think you gained a ton of fans that night because of the performance you put on, because you accepted that fight. But it is also, this is a crypto channel, so we're talking about money. It was also a nice payday, right? Because you got paid to take the fight. Dana ended up giving you your win bonus, right? Yep. And then you also won Fight of the Night, sponsored by 𝗪𝗠𝗧𝗎, which was another $40,000 voted on by the fans. I mean, a nice payday. Let's focus on the 𝗪𝗠𝗧𝗎 side of that. I mean, what did that mean? An extra $40,000 coming from a crypto project because you put on such a good performance.
No, that was dope. That was for sure, I do that because of love. Sometimes I say it's not even love. It's more than it's obsession. Sometimes I'm trying to relax and I'm thinking about I'm gonna fight this guy. This camp I gotta do this different. And sometimes I'm having a conversation. In my mind, just I cannot eat these. I'm just relax. So I don't even say that the fight is more than a love. It's an obsession. but I need money, bro. It's not just train hard, fight. You know, I have 2 kids. I have my family. I have my parents in Brazil that I want to bring my parents here.
Sure.
And money is a big part of it, you know. So that was crazy. Whenever I saw that they will pay 40K for the winner, I start sending to everyone on my WhatsApp, everyone on my Twitter, guys on Instagram, say, guys, I need that help, please.
Yeah.
And I saw they were about to close the elections to see who's gonna win. They were about to close, and I was just like crazy on number 1, and I just text everybody again. Thank you guys so much. Just do it one more time, you know, please.
Yeah.
And I end up getting that. Means a lot. Like that's crazy what you guys are doing, you know. And then I personally, I just would like to. He's not a lot of words to describe. Like I'm very thankful.
Yeah.
It's an honor to have a guy Marshall in that. I got 3 help. Was only 1. I got a help on my training camp. Whenever the fight got closed, they helped me out big time.
Wow.
Whenever the camp started, on the fight week, they helped me out again. They sponsored me 2 times, and the last time was with the bonus. So it was not one thing. It was three like amazing help, and he just helped me. Same thing that a lot of fighters like. Sometimes it's hard to sometimes you gotta focus on different things, and like that's why I have a great relationship with my wife. And what we do, I just train, and then she helps out with all my investments, with all the pays, with everything. And then when that help comes, even her, she, oh wow, we got like all that. Just train, just do your thing. I'm taking care. So I'm just super thankful for Marshall Wynn for all the help.
It's very nice, and obviously you're in a different position. You know, number 2 in the world. You're making more money than most UFC fighters, right? But put yourself in the situation when you first got it started. If you were getting paid 10 and 10 to show, how far would this money that Marshall was sponsoring go back then?
No, that is a crazy help. I remember in the beginning because, first of all, I did a lot of mistakes. I was fighting at 155.
Wow.
So I was cutting a lot of weight to lightweight. And I need like 2 months to get a fight just to be able to make the weight. And I couldn't fight constantly because if they offer me a short notice, say how long, 3 weeks, I said 3 weeks, I'm not gonna make the weight.
Yeah.
So and then I always had that battle, the making weight and keeping the money, because sometimes I fight and I need like 2 to 3 months to fight again.
Yep.
And that money was just out of the window. So that was another thing. And my brother, he's on the UFC too, my younger brother.
Yeah.
And then he's on the first contract, so that's it, 10 plus 10, 12 plus 12, and just go up by 2. And then he got a bad knee injury, ACL plus meniscus, 9 months out. I got to help out my brother. And eventually Marshall Wynn came and helped out my brother too, so it's a big time. Not for me, but for me, for sure. For me, that was a big help. But I can't imagine those guys on the first contract with the first contract and a loss. So those guys need a lot more help. And I heard they're doing a good thing for the guys, the jiu-jitsu guys too, because the jiu-jitsu guys, now they having a super fights, couple competitions that pay money, but you cannot live of you know, just as if you win, you get a check. You cannot live like that, you know. It's a bunch of tournament, a bunch of fights, but even on an MMA fight, if you just gonna get 2 checks if you win, but you gotta remember 2 guys walk in, 1 guy gonna lose.
Yeah.
So it's a big thing what these guys are doing.
It's very, very, very true. And yeah, huge shout out to our sponsor, Marshall Inu. I want to end it with this because I'm on Twitter. You know, I spend a lot of time on Twitter. I saw you on Twitter recently. You called out someone named Jorge Masdival. You tweeted at him. You said, "Hey, let's do this." And he said, "Maybe we'll see." And then you coming back, you're like, "Hey, you know, I know you got to work on your wrestling. Maybe we do it sometime." But is that a fight that you want? Game bred Masvidal? You think that's going to be the next fight for you?
100%. That's the next fight. I just think they had an episode with Masvidal and Colby.
Yeah.
I think that gonna take up legal things to going on. I just talked to my doctor. He wants me to take a little time. I just had a war, as you guys watch UFC 273.
Yeah.
He said you shouldn't hurry to your next fight. Take your time a little bit. Go spend time with your family. Go back to training. Slowly get in shape. See how the bodies are doing. But he asked me to get a fight by September, October. Nothing before that. I need my body to heal first. So yeah, but Masvidal was next for me. I don't like to even the guy that I'm calling out, I don't like to put the guy down.
No.
I respect all these guys, so I just kind of give a little. You want to fight? I say yes. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I don't need to put no one down. I don't think that's the way to do it. But everyone has your own way. But that's next for me, Masvidal.
Yeah, and I mean, you can sell your fight because of who you are as a person and what you bring in the table. You don't have to have that extra shit talking. I think people respect that. You're a respectable man, a very humble man, and someone that a lot of fans enjoy. I've been watching you for years. I've been loving your fights, and I think after your war with Khamzat, a lot of people saw you as a champion, as a warrior, and I think that title shot and that title belt is going to be coming home to Florida and the Burns household very soon. But I want to thank you. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Marshall Inu, thank you so much for sponsoring the show, helping all the fighters, and Gilbert Dorino Burns, man, what an honor to interview you. I've been watching your fights for a long time, so it was a pleasure, and I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Guys, my pleasure.
Thank you, brother.